What's good, man? It's OG Drip. This is the channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. Y'all check this out, man. When it comes to technology, it's a lot of love and there's a lot of hate, due to the situation. And, that comes from actually how it get utilized, especially when you have things where it could be a beautiful thing, where people from across the world could probably teach you their way of how to do something, you know what I'm saying? Good philosophy, where y'all able to, break down things to each other and able to get it done and able to, use it to learn other things, even from the people that's right there in your area. But it is funny, though, when we talk about how it get used. It's not like you just upload and it's set to a network where everyone else's videos get played. No, it's a lot of complications coming to this. So when we talk about how these things get used, it's always something of before they allow it, it have to go through these monitoring, these systems. And then these systems always got a control over it. So when we talk about technology supposed to be to aid humans, help. You get what I'm saying? Not become human. Human don't supposed to become one with technology. Nothing like that. We're supposed to have a separation between the two. And everything could be used in moderation. But when we talk about how things is now, when you got content creators, that people that have their own free thoughts and their own ideas where it's not crafted and molded due to a set narrative, it get dangerous where you have to play with their views and give the people that help the narratives, like create the things like stars is real. It's a possibility to land on the moon. It's not a gigantic reflection. The light do move at a certain speed. None of that makes sense. Because when you actually try these things for yourself, you will see that they fail. You will see that it's not the light that's moving. It's the object that's carrying the light that's moving. So when we talk about a moving light, it's not even a such thing. So no matter how you try to break it down. So even when we get to other things, you have stuff where it's thrown out there, but that's only for the people that just can't understand. I'm going to tell y'all that now. If you one of the people that could listen to this and understand, like, yo, bro, I can see that myself. I can see that myself. And you always find yourself like, yo, Drip, that's just regular common sense, bro. That's when you getting it. It's dealing with all this complexity to make it sound like you need this amount of anions and this amount of protons to equal up to the neutron. Like, that's that nerd junk that these people is pushing. And the thing about it is, when you think about that is the nerd junk we talking about. It's just letting you know you're just very knowledgeable. You done been hit with all these books and just understand the studies down to the point of when they tell you this how technology work or this is what you should do with technology, you also come up with ways. They'll give you one way to tell you, hey, this is the reason why we should monitor everybody. They tell you that, you're like, yes, we should monitor everybody. You're right, sir. And that way we can keep track to what's going on if they actually doing their work. Now you add it on. So a lot of people don't know how to start their own ideas and their own way of thinking. So when you see a lot of these people up here, they're going piggyback riding off of the same ones that's already was there. So when y'all be talking about like, new stuff, even when it comes to like YouTube, even though YouTube can be very useful in a good way, right? But when it comes to even YouTube, it's harder for you to get views or SEO, which is search. It's hard for you to get that when you're putting new titles or you're putting something that no one is actually using the technology for. So one thing about technology, it plays a funny game of how you use it. You see, the other day I just broke down that it was basically saying God and the government. No, it's saying God and the government. God in the Bible is the government or the authorities, what we called them back then. But now today we call them, the government. But however you want to look at it, but either way, I don't show each scripture or each thing that we talked about or native things. They even broke down the things to us. Now, the thing about technology is you could go back and see the same history they saying. It don't necessarily be lies. It be very deceptive and very deceiving. So it'd be something like, hey, this great Indian chief named da-da-da did this, right? And then they'll make the whole person a different person or something like that, where they'll try to just move things and be like, this is what the Indians used to look like. So they'll lie to you. So you don't believe that it's you. So it's people like that where they don't understand their power because they taught you a way, basically an algorithm within your own mind of how to keep pulling up bullshit, a loop system. And the thing that it is, it's a ritual. So people have to understand that, how to break out of these things. So if you actually use technology in a good way or being a ritual, it'll be being consistent, being uploading videos, even if it just bring people happiness, not being consistently effed up. Even that, it works for that person that's doing it. So even down to that degree, but hopefully you got good intentions and knowing how to use it the right way, because we see a lot of people out here leading, don't necessarily know where everybody going. They'll give you somewhere, come say some stuff, and then now you got 1,500 questions, and that's not necessarily good. I don't know why people think the more questions you have is necessarily good. No, that's the more lostness you have. So now these things that you probably never asked questions about, you going too deep into them and you missing the actual understanding. So let me give y'all an example. When people say, hey, Who is Jesus? Right out the gate, you have to know that it is a book. But you also have to know, okay, if they is talking about something, what could they be referring to? See, that's where people get lost at. They don't know where to reference at. So they don't have it in their own minds to use common sense as like a reference book inside their own head, like a encyclopedia inside your own brain. You got to remember, all these things get taken from us and actually made to an object. So we are the creators. So you can't deny that no matter what. A person created this phone. A person created these roads. A person creating everything that y'all see getting created. So even down to the point of some animals of how they try to, morph something like that. But I already talked about that, of how they try to play with nature and junk. But more on the end of just talking about how technology can be actually good. You can use technology to get things done right. You can use it to measure things out, good measurements, try to figure out how to build a home quicker, mixing up certain candy and all that type of stuff, right? But it's just the stuff of how this junk get used, y'all. That'd be the problem. So what they do is put someone that teaches you how to use your brain in the incorrect manner, where you're going to come up to something of basically hating your own kind or hating somebody that's just like you. So that's the part about it. We got people up here like Black Power. Then now you got certain, you know what I'm saying, certain enemies that didn't even have to be drawn, already drawn. So then when males, digital age, science. So once they keep doing all these different things, that's actually dividing. That's actually like gangs in a way, right? It's almost like, especially when it came to technology, they gained so many new religions, it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You got the woke people, you got the flat earthers, you got what them people is, the tarot users, the ones that try to tell you what somebody else is thinking, which makes no sense. That ain't even how it works. It's all about you and how you interact with others. So when it get down to stuff like that, you have people using technology in the wrong way. But when it's very powerful, you can see also how they play with things. So they show they can. Think about it like this. Why would somebody have 24 views? Why would somebody have 16 views? And they've been posting for years, or been posting at least consistent enough to say they post 4 times a month, versus somebody that haven't posted in a year and you probably get them 100,000. Y'all have to ask yourself these questions. So the average person that know that still fuck with the videos. Don't give a fuck what the views say. And don't give a fuck if it say 1 or nothing like that. And that is the push. Y'all got to understand it from that level. It don't even matter if the views is real. The manipulation of the eye is serious. Why you think they sell you fake views? Fake views ain't necessarily bad either. Because if you see a person with those fake views, they know how low level people's mind is, that they'll click on that video quicker than they'll click on the low number. And you learn this from YouTube school, which is what I went to. I'm telling y'all, I went to the schooling of how to get more views and how to do all this. I got my little certificate, all that stuff. That don't mean nothing. I'm showing y'all that. I'm showing y'all I got another channel, y'all know that, the vlog channel, where it's 200 subs, but it do a lot better. I'm talking about the numbers be different. You know why? Because I'm not talking about the same stuff. I'm not really feeding into that. And yeah, the number's still gonna be shaded, because you could tell the type of mindset I have on my video. So it's still not gonna be not shadow banned, but it's not gonna be shadow banned as hard or blackballed as hard when it comes down to the algorithm. You get what I'm saying? So when we talk about technology of what it could be used for, it could be used for greatness. It's just these people know that. So they and purposely, it's like people purposely putting idiots to rule the world. It's like they purposely making the blind lead the blind. They're not even trying to look for somebody that have the actual vision. They're trying to get somebody that's lost in visions or lost in the world and not understanding how to be out of these things and not how to be more like God, not be none of these things. So the only thing they know how to do is be copycats and be like everyone else. Just like I said, even the algorithm work like that. So on my other channel, that's what I'm using for my advantage. I'm going along with what everybody else is doing just to show overall, look what happens. So it ain't no other way around it, man. So when y'all actually hear real knowledge, and it probably ain't gonna come from somebody that got 6,000 views in 2 hours or something like that. It's so dirty. I told y'all, it's like levels to it. You got to see it. Christians and Muslims and Moors and all that, like up here. Then you got the tarot users, like a little bit lower. Then you got the woke niggas. The woke ones up here. I don't know. The woke ones up here. The woke ones way up here in the algorithms. I'm talking about they gonna get 900,000 views from a reaction. Look what the universe hiding. Man, y'all, come on, man. And then now people claiming sleep at the house, trying to figure out what that creature was that ain't even a creature, that didn't even exist from the beginning, that somebody took and photoshopped something and just added it together. Or you got a camera that's so low definition, how it don't look like this and it's a cell phone. You get what I'm saying? So it's so many questions that only could get raised. Well, we shouldn't even be asking these questions, because why should we even be thinking like that in the first place? Why is we even worried about another creature when we can't even get along with each other here? Why are we worried about another planet when we can't even get along here and fix the things that's here? Obviously, it's something we're not doing right compared to the rest of the thousands of years that they didn't have these problems we having. So obviously, it's something with nature where we thinking we ourselves could replace nature in so many different ways that people don't eat oranges. They'll just have orange extract, the juice or whatever, and it ain't got nothing to do with oranges. It's like just got orange food coloring. So we talking about a world where technology could be used as good, but they know exactly what they're doing. So they'll make things where it has, it could metal detect your body, and that bit barely ever fail. Where it could see if you got drugs on you, a gun or something like that on you. So they show you little areas where they could use it and not be perfect, but be damn near. Then they'll give you like failing technology of what we'll be experiencing, and that's just for us to upgrade more, just for us to keep going in. And to be honest, that don't even make sense. Like how all the phones ain't got unlimited memory. How you got to keep getting a new phone to update, take up more memory, and then so forth. Like if you don't ask yourself these questions, something is wrong. And I don't even see how you'll find my channel though anyway, so I already know y'all smart as fuck over here. Like I like the shit y'all be saying in the comments, because I can say something, bum. Y'all come back, bum, bum, bum. Y'all come back with the facts, the Bible scripture, where they try to be funny at and say it at. Y'all come back with other ways it be said. I be forgetting the other books name, but y'all done seen in the past. I done read all of them. But yeah, just to say, because I don't be wanting to get lost in that junk. Even the 7 hermetic principles. That's Herm's law. So yeah, it says as above, so as below, but it teaches it in a way that having you thinking this is exactly up here, having you thinking inverted, as in, as below, so it's above. Like, so you telling me everything that's below is above? Hell no. We can see that. Y'all don't see no humans floating in the sky. But yet they're telling y'all, hey, heaven is up here and the planet is further than heaven, but heaven right here. Like, what? Y'all don't even know where heaven at now to then. So we got so much of different stuff where two things don't even tie together anyway, but those two things is tied together, where they say atom and atom from like a nucleus, or however you want to say it, something that make a bond, or incovalent bond. I mean, two things that's not getting together, or a bond, I mean a marriage, I mean a compromise. But y'all know, they let words confuse them. It'll be somebody like me where they'll look and be like, oh, he from the hood. Just take his views down. Why y'all won't give me $1 million then and see how everybody else feel about it? Don't do it on my old videos. Either do it on the ones where I'm definitely talking shit at. But even the old one's going to get a person to understanding where I came from. But at the end of the day, when you see how a person can cut loose every bias, when you cut loose like, okay, yeah, I might be from here. Yeah, I might be this color. Yeah, I might live at this type of level in life. When you cut away all those things, yeah, I might be a girl. Yeah, I might be a male. However, when you cut away all these things and be like, but I'm a spirit before I was any of these things, it get deep. You able to get the real truth. You don't have to keep, what's the name? And then God will shoot the universe be playing with you. I'm telling you, the universe, new help and friend, technology is the universe, like the universe working its way in another way. You get what I'm saying? Even though it's a whole nother world, it's working its way over there. Because the people that's in the real physical world don't really worry about the internet, the actual physical world. But at the same time, when they're in the internet, they're in it. It's like they're in the world. You know what I'm saying? So when you actually looking at these things, that's the reason why some people get lost. Because they get so deep in, they can't get out. So that's why they got the movie Can't Get Out. I mean, Get Out. And all these different type of things. The Matrix, because we all live in the Matrix. And they're trying to say, oh, you sitting in it, yeah, you're getting deep in the Matrix when you sign these contracts, these laws, all this type of stuff here, and you making their duties and responsibilities yours instead of making yours God duties and responsibilities. So these are things that you supposed to be in charge of. But if you don't even know who you is to know what you're supposed to be in charge of, we got a whole nother story. So that's the whole point of real spiritual people, real just breaking down the word individual, helping you understand who you are as an individual, as a unique individual, aka another spirit just like me, although we not completely the same. So do we think? Do we feel? Yes. But do we think the same thing? No. Do we think the same way? No, we might not. You get what I'm saying? At all. And then guess what? We can think the same way, but we might not think that same way about the same thing. So you got the house system, all that type of stuff, playing with that helps us understand who we is now to using their stuff against them. So the same technology they use with launching satellites and launching all these things in the air, we can use them now to be like, okay, this is the energy that I reside with. You get what I'm saying? That I reside with. So let me try to match my energy and then still come out here and be like, okay, I know I got a lot of squares in my chart, so I got to be careful. I might jump in the wrong situation. It might look like it's this, and it might go the complete opposite way. So I'm looking at what's going on in the sky, make sure it ain't the same square as my sign, because then I'm going to definitely have to worry about, stuff like that. Or even if it's sextile, I'm trying to, the sun that's conjuncting, all of that stuff, y'all. I'm just running through it. Because at the end of the day, I don't be wanting people to get lost in astrology too. Because now you just go off of thinking stars is real and actually thinking it's the concept of the stars that they naming it, and they're being funny because they're Native Americans that they killed and placed them like they're in the sky, aka like they're in heaven, they're dead. So they're using a location, that type of stuff. So they'd be like, how you get his energy? How we get his energy? Okay, line it up like this, line it up like that. So it's used not only as a routine to keep up with GPSs and stuff like that, like what I said with the technology. You would think even stuff like that, you'll be able to find more people. Shouldn't people be missing at all? How did the Pope get past 30 people? You know what I'm saying? With all the technology, every light got a camera, every turn got a camera, all the droids across the earth, Google Map, Earth, you can zoom now. How's y'all missing these things? So when it's stuff like that going on, it's more than a damn conspiracy. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But my bad, man. Hey, when I be getting into it, y'all, I get to talking fast. But anyways, it's about to get dark, man. I'm out of here. OG Drip.